Hello.
Thanks for meeting with me. I've got an idea for a project in my area and I just need a little bit more information on how I can get money to do it or any funding that I might be entitled to for it.
Well, there are lots of different ways that you can get money into to do a project, and it will depend upon what it is you want to do in terms of how much and how quickly, for example. To begin with, you could do things like raffles, sponsorship events, bike rides, walking, all that kind of thing. You could hold some sort of fair or jumble sale or collections. All these can bring in money, usually not large amounts, but if it's a small project, then these could be ideal.
Okay, I didn't know I could do all of that. Will I need permission for any of those?
Yes, for some you'll need to make sure that you contact the responsible person. So if you were going to do a collection like a supermarket, you'd have to talk to the supermarket and ask their permission. If it's on public land, for example, if you wanted to do it in the high street, then you'd best talk to Walsall Council. They can give you certificates that allow you to do that kind of event. Other things like bike rides, jumbles and things like that, they're fairly easy to organise, and they're also very easy to get permissions if you're going to need them.
Okay, that's good to know. What other ways are there?
Well, there are other ways. For example, you could look to private companies. Local companies quite will provide money for local projects, or they might even provide in-kind support. So, for example, if you're hosting a raffle, they might give you some things for prizes. Other things are grants. Now, these are from local government and independent charities.
Okay. What kind of company should I approach? Should it be somewhere like my local shop or somewhere a bit bigger?
Well, again, it might depend upon what you wanted to do. Your local shops can be very, very keen to be involved in the local area, so they're usually quite generous or can be quite generous. Larger organisations will have larger budgets and money that they can give away. They will have things called social responsibility or corporate responsibility programmes, which will encourage them to get involved into the local community, whether that's having collections at their work or even supplying volunteering. It very much depends upon the size of the project that you're thinking about and how it would fit in with your organisation. Remember that you're going to be entering in a kind of partnership. They're going to want some sort of recognition and advertising as such. So you need to make sure that you're going to be happy working with that project.
Okay. Do I have to pay grants back?
Usually no. With grants, they will provide all of the money or part of the money, and the only time you might have to pay grants back is if you don't spend all the money that they give you. So, for example, if you had a grant for £1,000, but you got one piece of equipment cheaper than you had thought, so you might have to give that £100 back.
Okay. What do you think is the best funding source for a project that wants to deliver workshops in the community?
It will depend again on the project. If it's able to small, you can look for small trust funders and little local grants. They're often called things like community grants. These are for projects where you may be up to £2,000 or £3,000. £5,000 is a maximum usually. If it's going to be a bigger one, then you'd have to go for the regional or even the national ones, like, for example, the Tudor Trust or, say, the National Lottery.
Okay, thank you.